And joining on the line, great to be chatting to her. A big welcome to Flow. We've got JD Reynolds. G'day, JD. How are you today?
G'day, everyone. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Now, firstly, need to know where you're at the moment. You're nice and safe. You're not affected by all the COVID stuff that's going on, and you're keeping well and all that sort of thing, and you've been handling it, etc.
I am. I'm in rural New South Wales, and we're on a property, so yeah, I'm pretty social distanced at the moment. But God love everybody who's in another lockdown and getting hit hard again. I just hope we all pull together and get you all through it.
How did you cope through the last 12 months, JD? Was it just music, or were there other things that got you through it?
It was music. Definitely the music. I just looked myself in my studio and I was writing the album and working on the album. And it really was a time for me just to be nice and quiet and be by myself. And I spent a lot of time with my mum. And it was I tried to use it as that time as positively as I could, just to work on music.
How did you find the time with your mum? Did it increase the bond between the two of you? Did you find yourself reminiscing and talking about things that maybe mum had never talked about before?
Oh, look, I don't think there is a tighter bond between mother and daughter than there is between my mum and myself. I've got a wonderful mum, best mum. I know all mums are beautiful, but my mum is just fantastic. So I live with my mum, so spending time with mum it wasn't much different. But we did do a lot of photography. My mum's a beautiful photographer, award-winning photographer. She's had a couple of covers, and she's fabulous. So we spent the time writing. She's also a co-writer, a songwriter.
Yeah.
So we literally spent the time just taking beautiful photos around rural New South Wales and around our property. I put them all on my Instagram feed, JD Reynolds Official. And so we really just, it was just kind of, I don't know, just mother-daughter time as usual.
Cool. And did you get influenced musically growing up with mum's taste in music?
Oh, I did. So I was brought home from the hospital and my mum had the greats on repeat playing in the house. So I was growing up listening to the King of Rock and Roll and the Prince of everything, Queen of country music. So she had these greats on repeat in the house and she'd always say, "Come on, baby girl, let's have a dance, let's have a sing." And her taste in music influenced me greatly.
And you said dance there, so I understand you are a trained dancer. So how did you get to become a trained dancer and then get into giving us great country music?
I am a trained dancer. I was scouted by the Royal Academy in Australia just at the age of 3 as a potential ballerina. So I started training in all forms of dance and went through classically to the highest level that you could get to. And then I grew very, very tall very, very quickly. And so I started doing a little bit of modelling. But how I would relax the nerves before a big show, before a big concert, before I jump on stage to do any kind of dancing is I would sing myself. So I'd sing to myself and calm my nerves. And it was one of the American choreographers that we were working with at the time approached my mum and said, "My goodness, JD can sing. She can really sing." And I think it just all started from there.
I'm just sort of wondering about the ballet and then the music that you're giving to us. That we're going to hear your current single in a sec, and that you didn't sort of go down that sort of path of music and into the opera and all that.
Oh no, you should see me dancing to Dolly and Michael Jackson in a pair of point shoes. Nothing was going to stop me from loving country music. My mum was playing Roy Orbison and she was playing Johnny Cash. So between all the greats, I was just really leaning towards country music, and I loved it as a little girl. And I think I actually danced one of my ballet steps at one of my ballet recitals in my exams to Jolene.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine the examiners, they kind of went into a bit of a spin over that one, but hey.
So when it comes to you writing a song, are you thinking about how you're going to be moving with it when you're sort of in that writing process?
I am actually, and that's the first time someone's asked me this question, so it's an awesome question. I am. I've really got to feel a piece of music as well as love the sound of it, love the lyrics, love the love the melodies, but I've really got to love a feel for a song as well, because as a dancer, it's very important for me to literally just feel that flow and flow FM, feel that flow through my veins when I'm writing a song, most definitely.
Well, the reason I ask is because when I listened to your single, and that's one of the things that I found that it just sort of, it had movement, but not the sort of the beat and that, your foot tapping. There was this, I just sort of found myself sort of gliding and moving around in my chair a bit. And that's what made me think that with your dancing, how that would influence with your songwriting. So, thanks for answering.
That is so cool. Thank you so much. Yes, because I really do emphasize the dancer and that feel of a dancer in all of my songs. And whatever was definitely that vibe. I really wanted to be able to get on stage and put on a great show for everybody. And so it's important for me to actually dance and get out there and do a great show. And so from a dancer's perspective, whatever is a great, it's a great dance song as well as, just being a traditional country rooted song.
It is one that'll get you dancing, and it's all about the girls going out and having a good time. And it made me, I was thinking back of some of the times with my wife when she was going out with her girlfriends, and so I just wanted to know from your perspective, how many times when you went out with your girlfriends did you end up having to go to the hospital because someone hurt themselves? Because that is quite common with my wife and her friends when they've gone out. And
well, funnily enough, it's actually twisted ankles that my girlfriends have suffered from the most. So they buy these ridiculous high heels, and then they go out, they might have a wine, and then they get a little tipsy, and then whoop, off they go, and then we end up in an emergency room getting ankles strapped. But, whatever was a song that is completely opposite to that. It was written on the way home from a night out that we had. So we started out at my house. We were just hanging on the front porch. And, we just had our boots, jeans, T-shirts on, country girls. And we wanted to go out. And I said, look, I feel like going out, but I can't be bothered getting dressed. And the girl said, yeah, look, I can't be bothered either. Yeah. And so I said, oh, whatever. Let's just go. So we jumped in the 4x4s and we hit the big smoke, and we found ourselves in a very fancy pub in the middle of the big smoke. Then the girls were dressed stunningly in their heels and dresses, and we were dressed down. The bouncer was nice enough to let us in, and that's what a nice smile will get you far. And so we had the best time, just in jeans, boots, T-shirts, and we found ourselves saying in the bathrooms when we were talking to the girls, we are having a great time because we're wearing whatever we like, saying whatever we like, we're doing whatever we like.
And that is great. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And that kind of mirrors the attitude of my wife and her friends when they go out, and I just know that I end up picking them up from the hospitals, but that's another story. And it's not ankles. I'm telling you, Jade, it's not ankles. It's actually broken bones. It's usually a forearm or a wrist. And
oh, God.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, no, not us country girls. No, we're rarely in the heels when we go out. I mean, we know how to wear dress as well, but I'm always got my dresses on and my boots.
Well, apart from a night out, what else inspires you to write your songs and come up with the melodies?
Oh, I think... For me and my style of writing, I think it's a gift straight from God. It's something that I don't sit down and try to do. It's something I don't think, right, I'll set some time aside in the studio from 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. tonight. I could be out having a surf, so the ocean really inspires me. We're very fortunate enough to be not too far away from a beach, and I do love to have a surf, so the ocean does inspire me. But my writing's very, very spiritual. It will hit me at a time where I could be driving my 4x4, I could be just walking around on the property, I could be having a surf, and then a song will just hit me.
Is it lyrics that come to you, or is it more the melody?
The whole thing.
Okay.
It's the whole thing. It's kind of, it's very spiritual and very difficult to explain. But, for example, I could be on my surfboard waiting for a break to roll in, and a song will just hit me like a bolt of lightning, and I will have the melody and the lyrics and everything just flowing through my head. It's like magic.
Wow.
and I'm so grateful for it.
Well, I'm glad you said that out there on the surfboard, because I've spoken to people about when inspiration comes to them, and we've heard the in the toilet stories and all that. And another gentleman, he related an experience when he was actually at Mass. And he was wanting it to get out of it so that he could get into write things down and start doing things. So when the moment gets to you, how quickly can you get it all down, or can you just leave it in your head and then when you get to the studio, then let it come out? How does it work?
Well, look, if I've got nothing on me, especially if I'm out surfing, I carry this little MP3 recorder with me 24/7. It's with me everywhere. And my friends are very, very used to me. I could be in the middle of a party, or I could be sitting in the middle of a wedding.
Okay.
And I'll literally just lean down and start really quietly singing into my MP3s. Yeah. My MP3 recorder. But if I'm out on a wave, I will just lock it into my memory. I'll lock it into my head. And if by the time I hit the sand and get into the 4x4 to record, if I've forgotten it, I think, well, you know what? I've forgotten it. It's not good enough.
Good attitude, yeah. I like that.
And I think, no, it's not memorable enough. Well, it's not good enough for my fans to throw on an album.
Understand that.
And, it's kind of funny. I will wake up in 2, 3 a.m. and I would have dreamt a song in my head. And then I just wake up, whoop, and I just, run to the piano, or I'll put it down for sure.
What's coming up for you over the next few months and for the rest of 2021, JD? What are the plans?
Well, the plan is to get my entire album, my full-length album out there. It's 99.9% finished, and I'm very, very excited about it. It's super cool. It's just an emotional roller coaster of all kinds of different songs. And that's my plan. I plan on putting out a very cool music video for whatever. That's what I've been working on, because I think, I'm going to put some content out there for whatever. So stay tuned for that on JD Reynolds Official on YouTube. I'll drop it on there, the official video clip. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'd like to see that, yeah.
And then, just keep on keeping on. I'm happy to be in Australia and spending so much time here. And I tell you what, we just live in the best country in the world.
That we do. On the album, when's it coming out? Can you give us a rough timeline?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I really don't know. Just like my other release, for whatever, I didn't plan it. It's just got to be on feel for me. I think, it's time.
Well,
so I think I'll know it when I'll know it, and then I'll think, right, let's release it. And I don't give much, notice. I think, right, just like whatever. I think I thought, okay, well, I feel like releasing whatever, and then the following week, bam, it's out there.
That's what happens sometimes. Yeah, just go with your gut. Why not? Nothing wrong with that.
That's true.
Who's the better cook, you or your mum?
Oh God, neither of us. Seriously. Hang on, I know. Oh, look, I can boil water. I pour a mean bowl of cereal. Just the best Fruit Loops pourer in the world. But look, we're kind of handy on the barbecue. There you go. We are handy on the barbecue. We'll go outside and we'll throw some chicken and some bits and pieces on the barbecue. So we're not too bad at that. But apart from everything else, no, absolutely not. We can't cook. It sounds so funny, a couple of country girls, we just simply can't cook. My grandma used to be able to cook. She was a lightning in the kitchen, but it just never got passed down.
All right, guys, if you can cook, JD wants to know you. So there you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you can cook, let me know. Funny.
JD, it has been absolutely fun chatting to you. I'm looking forward to having a chat when your album comes out as well. So I feel that's going to be happening sometime later this year. But at the moment, thank you so much for spending time with us on Flow. We've got your current single ready to go. If you could please introduce it for everyone.
Hey, y'all. You are listening to JD Reynolds. She's about to drop whatever on Flow FM.
Trucker's cab. No heels, no skirts, no dresses, no none of that. Boots and jeans and t-shirts will be just fine. Tonight I'm not a girly girl, I leave that all behind just for a no muss, no fuss kind of night. Credit cards in the butt of my jeans, drinks on me tonight, so let's go. Ignore the boys drinking beer at the bar, and we don't give no matter how fine you are. Whatever we like, and it doesn't include the likes of you taking us home tonight. Your country boy charm won't get you too far, 'cause no, we don't need the ride home, we brought our own car. sizing us up and stripping us in your mind. Are you looking at stealing my credit card? Are you checking out my behind? Whatever. This is a no